Welcome to Tech Teach.
Once we are sending a signal, the signals travel through transmission medium, which are not perfect. So if we are sending a signal, it is traveling through a medium, transmission medium. So in that case, it will not be a perfect one. So how the imperfection basically appeared? So that is, there are three different methods through that the imperfections are, there will be some distortion. So how that this basically occur, that basically distort the signal. So the imperfection causes the signal impairment, some distortion in the signal through the channel, the transmission medium, that will be called the impairment. So that is the transmission impairment. This means that the signal at the beginning of the medium is not the same signal at the end of the medium. So if a transmission medium is there, so suppose the signal that we are sending is this one, but at the output of this, we will not be getting the same signal. What we will be getting is likewise we will be getting the signal. So it is not the same signal that at the one end or at the transmitter end, and this is the receiver end. So transmitter and receiver end signals will be different. So this will be because of these three causes. Okay. So what is sent is not what is received. So three causes of impairments are attenuation, distortion, and noise. Impairment causes are like these three: attenuation, distortion, and noise. So first we will see what is attenuation. So here attenuation means a loss of energy. When a signal, simple or composite, so signal can be a single sine wave or a composite, different sine waves, more than one sine waves are there. So any signal is there, either simple or composite, travels through a medium, it loses some of its energy in overcoming the resistance of the medium. If this is the original signal, it is being sent through the transmission medium. So this transmission medium will be having some resistance because it is a wire only. So if a wire is there, there will be some resistance will be there. So by using this resistance available to this mediums, so whatever the original signal we are sending, it gets attenuated. So whatever its amplitudes are there, it will get reduced. It will be getting reduced. So once it is reduced, so at the receiver end, to recover the same signal, there is a requirement of amplifier. We will be using amplifiers to amplify the signal to get the same signal that was the original one. So this is the amplified one. So this amplified and original is now the same. And this will be the attenuated one. Because of this resistance, that's why a wire carrying electric signals get warm. So because of that resistance only that is available into the wires, because of that resistance only, when current flows through the wires, the wire gets warm or it becomes hot. Okay. So because of that resistance only. If not hot, after a while, some of the electrical energy in the signal is converted to heat. So if it is not hot, it is going to convert it into heat form. Okay. So with the form of heat, it gets dissipated. Okay. So because of some resistance only, some energy will be converted into heat, or it will be dissipated because of the heat only, gets converted into heat and gets dissipated. So whatever energy is sent, some energy is wasted in terms of heat. So that's why there will be an attenuation. So to compensate for this loss, amplifiers are used to amplify the signal. So because of this energy loss, there is an amplifier required that will amplify this. The next one we will see is the distortion. So what is the distortion we will see? So here the distortion means that the signal changes its form or shape. So if the signal is changing its form or shape, that will be distortion. So why distortion will be occurring? So distortion can occur in a composite signal made of different frequencies. So distortion will be only taking place when composite signals are there. So composite signals means more than one signal is there. So if any signal is there that is made up of different group of signals or more than one signal, then only distortion will be coming into the picture. Okay. So each signal component has its own propagation speed. So if different signals, so this is like a composite signal is there. This is made up of signal 1, 2, and 3. These three are the individual signals. Once we combine it, this will be the composite signal. So if different components of the signals are there, so it is saying like Why there will be a distortion? Because of the delay, because of the propagation speed of each of the signals through a medium. It is going to be transmitted through a medium, a wire. So into that wire, if this signal is having some different delay, this is having different delay. So D1, it's having D2, this is having D3. Then at the receiver end, they will be getting some other forms of. So suppose this one is having zero delay. So whatever is the signal, it is going to receive it the same way. But this is having some delay. So suppose this delay is 90 degree. If this is the 90 degree delay in the terms of phase. Okay, so phase change is there here in terms of signals. So it is, instead of starting with 0, it is now starting with a 90-degree phase shift. Okay, so here because of this we have already gone through in the previous lectures. So this is 90-degree phase shift. Okay, and here it is 180-degree phase shift. So if it is 180 degrees phase shift, then because of the different delays of different signals, the overall composite signal that we will be receiving is not the exact that is at the input end. Whatever at the output will be different from the previous one. So this will be the one that is called the distorted output, or this is because of the distortion. So because of distortion means there is a, this will be taking place when more than one signal is there, first of all, and because of the different signals that is having different speed into a medium, transmission medium, then that will be causing the distortion of the signal. And there is its own delay in the arriving at the destination. There is a delay in the arriving at the destination. In other words, signal components at the receiver have phases different from what they have had at the sender. So whatever the phase as transmitter end and at the receiver end having different phases. So because of this phase difference, there is a different signal that is received at the output. So this is distortion basically. Another term is basically the noise. So here we'll see what is the noise. So the noise is another cause of impairment. Several types of noise are there, such as thermal noise, induced noise, crosstalk, and impulse noise that may corrupt the signal. So corrupt the signal because the noise is there. So if noise gets added, it will basically change the meaning of the signal or basically corrupt the signal. So this was the transmitted signal. In the transmission medium, there was a noise. So noise in the sense at a particular time there will be very random peak or sharp peak will be there. So that will be nothing but the noise. So if this is going to mix with the transmitted signal at that particular time, so after some time, instead of low amplitude, it is going to show very high output in amplitude at the receiver. So this is basically because of the noise. So noise can be because of different systems or different processes. There are different types of noise. So one is like thermal noise, induced noise, crosstalk, and impulse noise. So thermal noise is because of the random motion of electrons in the wire. So electrons are moving randomly, then that will be causing the thermal noise, which creates an extra signal. So if there is a random motion of the electrons into the wire, that will be causing the thermal noise. Induced noise comes from the sources such as motors and appliances. So if some motors are being used, so motors are being used means it is having some noise that is generated by the motor itself or the sound that is generated because of the source itself, whatever is the noise, that is called the induced noise. Crosstalk is the effect of one wire on the another. So if crosstalk is two wires are there, so one wire can affect the other wire. So because of the interference, because of the two wires signal, that will be the crosstalk. Two signals are being crossed each other, or they are basically causing the effect on the output signal. Impulse noise, a signal with high energy at a very short time. So this is basically the impulse type of noise. So for very short time, there will be very high energy, that will be the impulse. So different types of noises are there that can basically change the signal transmission or the received signal basically.